Hello there, boys and girls. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Mending Munich. 2 games today, Bochum and top of the table Hamburg. We'll see how we get on against those two teams. We have played 2 games since we last met. Braunschweig. That's the one. We beat them 2-1. At home, Coutinho and Gomez both scoring the goals. We actually went 1-0 down in that game. Victor Torp scored for them, and then they went down to 10 men with 8 minutes to go, but we were already 2-1 up by then. And team playing particularly well at the minute. We then followed up with a really disappointing 2-1 defeat. We went to 1-1. Gelpi scored from the penalty spot. Gomez scored in the injury time of the first half, and then literally straight after half time, Jan George scored for them, and that was pretty much everything. We couldn't break them down in the final 40 minutes or so. So a 2-1 loss for us there. So a win and a draw. That loss though does end our run of 6 games unbeaten in the league. So not a bad little run to go on in the middle of the season. Still third in the league. We've got a game in hand, which is this game against Bochum, and we're a point behind the team that we lost against Renensburg, and Bochum are in 9th place, 5 points behind us in the league, and we are at home for the first game, and then we're away at Hamburg. So this is the team that's going to go up against Bochum. We've got Muller in goal, Pierre Gabriel, Kylian Bakaya and Klassenar the back line. Grimes and Goujon in the middle. Coutinho on the right, Gomez on the left, Bongiovanni in the middle, in behind Brewster. Egbo, Steinhardt and Baye is now back on the bench. He's come back from his injury. Laborge, Harrop, Grellinger and Clough all on the bench. Weber is out. He'll be back now going into the new season after the winter break. And Pilkington is nearly back to full fitness, a couple of days out, and he should be back. But again, probably won't play any meaningful football until after the winter break. Let's get into this first game and let's see if we can get 3 more points. So Bochum, another one of those teams that were fancied to be top half of the table by the end of the year, and having a very, very difficult year at the minute, finding themselves in 8th. And hopefully they won't turn it around against us straight away. So 10 minutes gone, 0-0 in this game. Nothing really happened at the minute. But as soon as I say that, highlight to Bochum, and they go for goal. Mulling from far out, but wasn't troubling Muller at all. Another highlight, Meyer into their defender Theixer, and he heads it just over. All Bochum at the minute, and we need to get into this game. 20 minutes gone. And another Bochum highlight, and Ryman's going to get that ball clear, and Holler does knock it down, but Bongiovanni jumps on that, and we get the ball out to Angel Gomez, gets the ball into the middle. Coutinho's there. Coutinho scores our first attack of the game, second goal of the season for Gennaro Coutinho, and it's 1-0 to Munich, and it knocked it down, but Bongiovanni picked that ball up, and Grimes with a lovely switch out to Gomez on that left hand side. He hit an early cross in, 3 players in the box as you can see there, and then Coutinho coming in on that right hand side, and it's 1-0 to Munich. Pierre Gabriel getting the ball into Grimes, and we're starting it from a free kick, and Grimes out to Coutinho. He's turned his man, and Bongiovanni back to Grimes. He's being pressured, but it's a good little ball through to Bongiovanni into Brewster. Brewster goes for goal, and Ryman's up to that. He pushes it around the post for a corner. Grimes is going to take that corner. He's going to whip this ball in and trying to find Coutinho at the near post, but going to come back out to Grimes. He's going to let it go for a throw-in. That is half time. We came back into that half. First part of that first half, it was all Bochum, but we came back into it and taking the 1-0 lead into half time. Going to keep it calm in this half time team talk. You played well so far, but there is room for improvement, and then just passionately say there's a lot more to come from you. Go out there and I've got to believe you've got what it takes. Players not playing particularly well. Brewster not playing well. He's probably the only one, and Grimes not playing well either. So 2 changes potentially that we could be made in the second half. But 1-0 to us. Can we go on and secure these 3 points? Minutes into the second half, Clough and Mbaye for Grimes and Brewster. Those are the two players we weren't playing particularly well in that first half, so we've switched up. We've got players that can come on and do a job if we need them to. Still 1-0 to Munich, 20 minutes to go. And it's a highlight. Cruz, 15 minutes to go on the ball into Meyer. Meyer now is going to take on Mbaye, and Chung goes into the box and he pushes that shot just wide, but I think Muller had it covered if it was on target. Final change, Grellinger's going to come on for Gomez on that left-hand side again, just to freshen it up, keep it fresh, keep the legs going in that middle of midfield. Coming into the final few minutes of the game now, and the second half been really, really boring. Even though stat-wise, there's been lots of shots on goal and shots on target, but we've had a professional performance in this second half, and that is it. 1-0 to Munich, scored in the 21st minute, and second half we had a lot more chances, but we just didn't see any in the highlights. And Totino with the player of the match, 7.7 for him, 17 shots on target, 17 shots on goal, 12 on target. Really good ratio for us there. Usually it's not that high at all, but 1-0 win, a really good win for us in the first game of today's episode. We go now to top of the league, Hamburg, in 7 days' time, and we're only 8 points away from them. Win against Hamburg, and it cuts that down to 5. So first versus second in the league, we stay exactly the same as the team that played Bochum. Let's have a look at their team. 4-4-1-1. They've got Aaron Hunt in behind the main man, Arp. He's a bit of a wonder kid. Is Fetty Arp on this year's game? 17 finishing, 13 composure, 16 off the ball. Gonna have to really have a look and keep our eye on Fetty Harp. Other than that, though, I'm not entirely sure there's anybody in there that really kind of worries us too much. So let's get into it. I'm going to keep it nice and calm. Wonder Dogs here, that suits us. Let's go cause an upset. Yeah, let's say that and keep it calm again. I think there's a lot more to come from you, and I believe you've got what it takes, especially in a game as high stakes as this. First versus second. Let's see how we end up. Samperlo getting that ball in, Papadopoulos into the back post, and Janicic is there, but being called offside, and it's not going to count, and we're going to start straight from that free kick from their offside. And what a press that is from Hamburg. Bakaya got the ball at his feet, and 3 people ran towards him, so pressing really, really high up. Samperlo into Arp, he's got 17 finishing, goes back to Hunt, and they launch it forward. Muller should deal with that pretty comfortably, and he does. Really do need to try and get out of our own half, and that's a lovely ball down to Gomez on the left hand side. Good kick from Muller in goal. Bongiovanni going to take his man on and go to Totino on that right hand side. Back to Totino again, and he squeezes one in. 3rd goal of the season, 2 in 2 for Gennaro Totino. Got a little bit lucky with the shot rebounding to him from Bongiovanni's shot, but Bongiovanni takes his man on. He goes for the pass. Totino tries to go for a shot, bounces up on Giovanni, and he just curls that one into the bottom left-hand corner. 1-0 to Munich, second team beating top. Wagnerman into Janicic, and they get the ball out to Douglas on this left-hand side, and goes into Moritz, and we're closing him down really well, but he gets the ball through to Douglas into Aaron Hunt. That's a great tackle by Klassen, and Grimes gets the ball out to Totino. He's going to have a little bit of a run, goes to Bongiovanni, over the top to Rian Brewster. He's one-on-one to the keeper, and that's a great save by Polozek, and they get it out for a corner. 15 minutes gone. Munich well and truly in this game. Goes for the back post, and can't get to Gomez at the back post, and that is the end of the highlight. Injury to Angel Gomez, something we didn't really need. We're going to bring the youngster on, Grellinger, on that left-hand side, see what he can do in this game. Give him, most of the game to put his stamp in it. But Hunt is there. 4th goal of the season for Aaron Hunt from the free kick on the half-hour mark. Angel Gomez going off might have caused that, but Hunt absolutely wallops this into the top left-hand corner. Muller, absolutely no chance. Half an hour gone. Hamburg 1, Munich 1. That sees us through to half-time. 1 apiece, very even game. 6 shots to our 5, and the possession stats are very, very even as well. Go into the dressing room. Boys at the back are playing okay. Gabriel not playing the best on a 6.5. Grimes on a 6.5. Brewster on a 6.4. Just going to keep it calm and just say, unlucky boys, things haven't gone right for us this half, and there's a lot more to come from you in this second half. You've got what it takes. Go out there and say, I'll take a point from this game. Say 40 points is still our aim, to beat relegation, and then after that we can see if we can have some fun in the second half of the season. But 1 apiece going into this second half. Just on the hour mark now, 2 more changes. Clough and Mbai are both on for Grimes and Brewster. Brewster really not having the last couple of games up against better opposition. And 25 minutes to go. Highlight possibly to us. Mbai down to Pierre Gabriel. Clough over the top. He needs to bring that down on his chest and possibly run at the defence, but tried to nod it on to Grillinger down that left-hand side, and Janicic into Hunt, out to Samperlo. Samperlo now taking on his man, driving inside, and no one getting a tackle on him but Mbai. Lovely tackle from the Senegalese midfielder. Klassen now with the ball into Grillinger on the left-hand side, over the top to Zach Clough. He's got the pace. Can he score? Zach Clough squeezing it in. That's his 5th goal of the season. 2-1 to Munich. Lovely ball through from Bongiovanni, using Clough's pace that he's got there. Grillinger finds Bongiovanni here, doing the simple things well, the youngster, and keeper, the defender, had absolutely no chance. Takes the first touch, squeezes it home at the near post. 2-1 to Munich now. Goujon with the ball deep in our half, and finds him by, and Goujon again, and into Bongiovanni, goes out to Grillinger on that left hand side. He beats his first man, takes on the second man. Lovely ball through to Clough, and that's the 3rd goal for Munich. Grillinger on that left hand side, 19-year-old youngster in the first team this season, or with the first team this season. Lovely little run here on this left hand side. He beats his first man there, and he just continues the run. Instead of beating the second man, he just gets the early cross in. Clough there off the shoulder of the defender, bags his 2nd goal for us. 3-1 to Munich. Looks like 3 points are coming back to us. Bongiovanni, final chance of the game. Tried to get it into Balkai. He got his head on it, but didn't get the direction, unfortunately, for the youngster. And that is it. Full-time whistle goes. Hamburg 1, Munich 3. What a performance. We cut that gap down to 5 points at the top of the table. And I said it at the start of this season that we now have more options on the bench to come in and do a job. If the players on the pitch aren't playing well, Bruce wasn't playing well. We brought Clough on. He scored 2 goals. Grillinger got his chance because Angel Gomez got injured. He got an assist. And Mbai actually helped with a couple of the goals in the second half when he came on for Matt Grimes. So all the substitutes playing a part, and say the squad that we've got now, deeper squad, allows us to have a little bit more quality off the bench when and if we need it. What a performance in today's episode. Another 2 wins and a massive win against Hamburg. 1st versus 2nd. And we cut that gap down to 5 points. And a good 1-0 win against Bochum, with Coutinho scoring 2 goals in 2 games. But that is going to be it for this episode. We will be back at the end of January. We'll do Darmstadt and Paderborn, and we'll have the transfer window in the middle of that as well. Don't think I'll be doing too much in the transfer window unless some massive bid comes in for one of our players. But yeah, we'll be back against Darmstadt and Paderborn. 2 away games. Let's see how we do after the winter break. But that's it for this episode. If you have enjoyed it, please do drop it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and you don't want to miss out on any more content. Remember, tick that little bell icon. As always, top right hand corner, the playlist is there. So if you have missed anything, click on that and go back and watch any episode that you've missed. And until next time, when we come back for the January transfer window, the end of the January transfer window, and 2 games against Darmstadt and Paderborn, I'll see you soon.